Get out. Right now. My father's voice cut like glass across the dinner table. The chandelier above threw cold light on his face, jaw clenched, eyes empty. You are just a burden. We want to live without you. And my mother, lifted her glass of wine, smiled faintly, and sipped. No protest, no defense, just silence. I stood slowly, chair scraping the polished floor. No words, no tears. I left into the night. That was the last time I saw them as parents. People assume betrayal comes suddenly. It doesn't. It drips. Small cuts first, until you are bleeding before you realize you've been stabbed. The truth is, I should have seen it sooner. It began with the money. My savings account emptied without explanation. College is expensive, Dad said. Family sacrifices, Mom added, stroking my hair. I believed them. Then the inheritance from Grandma vanished too. The market crashed, they explained. I swallowed it, because children aren't supposed to question. But the real betrayal wasn't financial, it was emotional. Every achievement dismissed, every effort mocked. I was their scapegoat, their disappointment, their mistake. And they enjoyed reminding me. The dinner was just the performance's final act. I saw it in their eyes. This wasn't sudden anger. It was planned. A script they'd written together. Throw me out, erase me, live lighter without the burden. But they forgot one thing. I don't disappear. I wait. The night I left, I didn't cry. I sat in a cheap motel room, staring at the ceiling. And in that silence, a clarity settled in my chest like steel. If family ties could be severed so easily, then I owed them nothing. If love was conditional, then loyalty was too. So I made a choice. I would not beg. I would not break. I would build. And when I was ready, I would burn them down. The plan started with patience. I took the jobs no one wanted. I studied when no one watched. I built my name brick by brick in a city where no one knew I belonged to them. Behind the scenes, I gathered property deeds, business records, tax files. Turns out their perfect life was built on fraud. Shell companies, embezzled funds, loans taken in my name. They hadn't just stolen from me, they had built their empire on my identity. And that was the rope they'd hang themselves with. I contacted the right people, not with rage, but with evidence. Auditors, investigators, prosecutors. One quiet email at a time, one signed affidavit, one sealed envelope. Every piece was deliberate, every move invisible. They laughed at dinner tables, hosted parties, toasted their success. And I watched from the shadows, tightening the noose. 1 week later, the call came. I was in my office when a colleague walked in, phone in hand. "Did you hear? Your parents are in big trouble." I didn't flinch, didn't smile, didn't even look surprised. I just said, calmly, "I know." Because I had written the script this time. The downfall wasn't loud, it was surgical. Their assets froze first, accounts drained by the state. Then came the headlines. Local couple charged in multi-million fraud scheme. Their friends vanished overnight. Their names dragged through every courtroom and every paper. And then, the final blow. The loans. The ones in my name. Evidence showed they had stolen their own child's identity to fund their lifestyle. No amount of wine could wash that stain away. I saw them once more, across a courtroom. Dad in a wrinkled suit, Mom in plain clothes, stripped of her jewels. No smiles, no glasses of wine. When our eyes met, I didn't see guilt. I saw fear. The kind of fear that comes only when someone realizes the person they buried is the one burying them now. Dad tried to speak. His lips moved around my name. But I turned away before the sound could reach me, because I was done listening. Do I regret it? No. Regret is for people who lose something. I didn't lose parents. I lost illusions. And when illusions burn, they leave behind truth. The truth that family isn't always sacred. The truth that sometimes justice must come from your own hands. They wanted to live without me. Now they do. In separate cells, miles apart, stripped of everything they worshipped. And me? I live free. No longer their burden. No longer their victim. Only their reminder. That the child they dismissed, the one they mocked and discarded, is the one who held the match to their empire. At that family dinner, they wrote my ending. But endings are just beginnings in disguise. They thought they were cutting me out. Instead, they carved the space I needed to rise. And when the reckoning came, I didn't scream. I didn't celebrate. I didn't even smile. I just whispered the truth I had carried since the night they threw me away. I know.